My best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt the glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. The gain's an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend. Inside your self-righteous symphony, I would rather let this go than to bring it up again. But
Are we doing this thing? We doing this thing, Paul? Oh, hey,
Yeah.
hey, what's up? What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Burly Fishing Podcast. We're live. It's Thursday. It's funny because we were just live for several of you awesome people who are members of our YouTube channel on Tuesday. And guess what? We're gonna go hang out with Debo's Fishing on Saturday. But guess who's here tonight? We actually have Noelle Roth. And if you guys don't know who that is, you should, because she's got a pretty awesome Instagram stream that she's been doing for a while, and she just started her YouTube. So, Noelle, how are you doing?
Doing awesome. I'm super excited about this. I've never done a podcast, so bear with me. I'll be a little slow to answer questions, but I'm like still new, so at least to this. And yeah, I'm pumped.
Okay, so don't worry. There's no wrong answers unless we disagree with you. So you have literally nothing to worry about. But we disagree with everybody, so don't worry about it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So you guys, hey, thanks for coming down here again. It's another Thursday. We get to hang out with you. It's so much fun. I enjoy these Thursdays a lot. I really look forward to these every single night, and hopefully you guys do every week as well. I'm so stoked that we're back live because it's been way too long, and iCast really took us away from this, but it was also fun. So thank you, Justin Brosino. We're getting used to this cadence as well, you guys. So super chat from Justin Brosino for $1.99. Thank you so much, my friend. So what happened to Paul changing his Insta handle? You know what? I've been asking him that for 75 episodes, my friend. I would love it if you would enlighten me.
Did we ever did we ever actually land on a name though?
CGP, man. Pauly Pepperoni is like backup. I was always privy to Camera Guy Paul was like kind of my favorite. It's the one that stuck around the most. I don't know about you guys. Chat, you help us out here. You tell us.
If there's a definite name, then I'll do it. So
There's a
Noelle, Noelle,
it's
just
because
so you
it's
know,
been between a bunch.
to catch you up. My name sucks on Instagram. It's Paul_J_Glass. I don't even like saying it.
Terrible, pitiful. The worst.
However, I'm like the 38th, Paul Glass to hop on the Instagram train, so I didn't have a choice about it. But there's been like Pauly Pepperoni's been thrown around as an alternative, which I'm not sure about. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a little weird. Thanks. Oh, thanks, Rafi, for that one. And then Camera Guy Paul. Actually, I like that one. I don't hate that one at all. But then CGP actually came up, and it fits so many things. That's Camera Guy Paul. It's like a shortened version. But it's Construction Guy Paul has been in there. Cooking
Deconstruction Guy Paul.
Deconstruction Guy Paul has been on there. So there's a lot of alternatives, and I don't think we haven't there's definitely like not a single answer yet. So that's why I haven't changed it. You guys haven't picked one yet. How about that?
Yeah, you guys got to come up with a unanimous decision. You tell us like what is the definitive solution here, and then maybe Paul will go with that, because you can't just like change your name on a whim. Like he's recently broke what do you bet, 4,500, 5,000,
4,700, something like that.
So he's cresting 5,000 followers. You can't be like, guess what, this is not my name anymore.
All the Russian bots will be like, who's this guy?
The Russian bots will swarm you. They'll be like, it's a whole new person, let's just storm this account.
Yeah, I'm sorry, like, guy who this, like, they will not understand.
Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, so we're gonna have a really fun packed show tonight. I think it's gonna be a blast. It is Noelle's first podcast, so we're gonna celebrate that, and we're gonna hit her with all the hard questions, of course. No, we're gonna have fun tonight. So you know what to do. Smash the like on this video, share this current live stream with all your fishing friends, and our fishing friend is over on Monster Bass Live right now. So I realize if some of you are missing, I forgive you for going to watch our other favorite person in the world. So that's totally fine. But hopefully you guys are able to join us later or watch the recording later. We appreciate you very, very much. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We go live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we post videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the places to go like, subscribe, and tell Paul to change his name, but tell him what to change it to. And once we get that answer, then we'll maybe do that. Shout outs to new members. One Rod John, you were on our members only live on Tuesday. Appreciate you, dude. New Shark Deucer. We got Nicole Otto upgraded to Snorlax. Fantastic. Appreciate you much. Andy Ramey upgraded to the Snorlax.
You guys are going to be really happy about that choice.
Yeah, because
real happy about that choice.
We just had a nice little debate on Tuesday about our new t-shirts going to Snorlax members. We're sending it out to you just for being a member. You don't have to pay anything for it. We'll ship it to you. And we're going to post a poll very soon stay tuned for it. But we've got 3 options for you on that shirt. But without further ado, let's get to the show because Noelle's here. It's her first podcast. Like, we got to talk to her and stuff. Let's do this.
So we could do a quick introduction. So Noelle, newest member to the MONSTERBASS team.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard, right?
Thank you. Yeah. Yep, totally new. Here I am.
What's it like so far? Is everybody terrible? Do you hate everybody on the team?
You can say it here. This is a safe space.
This was the worst decision. I'm really not sure if I'm going to go another month, but we'll see.
I promise, we won't tell Rick. You can tell us everybody you dislike, and like we'll just nobody's watching this. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No, but so Noelle is the newest member of the MONSTERBASS ambassador team. We're really excited to have her on board. And you're in New Hampshire, but you do a lot of fishing in
everywhere.
In Massachusetts. So basically all like the Northeast area, like in Maine, Rhode Island, to kind of just try to cover all of it. But mainly like southern New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
Which so there's no good fishing over there, right? Like, there's like nothing worth fishing for. So
no. There's nothing on my page. Don't come to my Instagram. Don't even. It's not.
Don't even look. Don't even look. I'm watching you catch giant stripers. You're fishing with like Becca fishing grubs, like all those peeps, right? Which we've also had on the show, and they were fantastic. It was a great episode, lots and lots of fun. So we're familiar with that area a little bit, other than the fact that we are super jealous because we've never fished it, and I've never fished for striper, and that's probably on the bucket list. It's one of those things. Tell us, is it fun?
It is literally so much fun. So I thought like smallmouth was awesome because they just are wild.
Mm-hmm.
Once you hook onto a striper, it's like times 100. It's crazy. They're way heavier, obviously. They're much bigger. But even the little guys, they're just like whack. They're so crazy. So it's like a blast. But yeah, I'm new to striper. That was my most recent photo on my Instagram at Noelle Roth. That striper was crazy, but the smaller ones were sick too. And that was my second striper trip ever.
Wow. Super jealous. I've had 0 striper trips ever.
Okay,
so
2 more than me.
I would love to have 1 or 2 more. That'd be fantastic.
Well, what you'll have to do is come out and fish with Todd, I, and Becca, and we'll get you on some striper.
Sounds like a plan.
We were talking about it before. It's funny. Like we will get folks like, hey, we should come fishing, and I'm like, my fish person brain is like, hell yeah, let's do it. And then like my dad brain kicks in. I'm like, maybe next year. I have like no free time.
We literally plan out trips like on the, I don't know, every other month type basis is kind of like the deal right now. So we just went to ICAST. Before that, we had the trip in Michigan where we went up mid-state and fished like northern lakes. And then we're going to, is it end of October? St. Lawrence in, like New York area. So yeah, it's super tough. But yeah, when Todd and Becca were on, of course they talked about striper, and we were like, yes, obviously, duh, we want to do that. We just got to figure out the time. But it'd be sweet if we could fish with all 3 of you. It's like, dude, even better.
Same with like guys who are in Michigan, extreme outdoorsmen, online outdoorsmen.
We never even fished with them.
Blue Jay Outdoors, like there's a bunch of people that are like literally maybe an hour from me that I'm like, hey, we should go fishing. I'm like, we'll never figure a day out. It's so shockingly difficult.
Well, I fished with online outdoors.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. All right.
I'm cooler than you, but that's
enough of me beating myself up. So we have our first beginning of the show. The way we like to break in after the intro is we do the Q of the D, the question of the day. There are no wrong answers, but there are definitely answers that are not correct. That's all I'm going to say about it. So we talked about this. We talked about this a little bit before the show, just to make sure that you had a viable answer, because you're on the cusp of maybe not even ever having one of these. But what is the last CD that you ever played?
This is going to sound hilarious, but it was a worship CD from Francesca Botticelli, and I have all of her CDs, and I still have a CD player, and I play her stuff.
Wow!
Wait. What kind of CD player? Is it in the room with you right now?
No, it's not in the room with me. Not in this room. I think my mom took it to the basement. But she, it's super old. It's not even white. You know how, like, back in the day it was more like cream was the color, that off-white? Like, that's the color, that weird off-white that just, and it looks mad old. I'm surprised it works. Yeah.
I mean, it'll probably work forever. Let's be real. Like they were built well.
Yeah.
You won't be able to kill those.
This was a portable compact disc player, or was this a
One of the
boombox?
big ones. Like it's about like
Ooh.
1.5 feet wide, maybe
Sony.
like tall.
Yeah.
It's got the little like handle so you can carry it around. Both speakers on both sides. You know.
Yes.
Dude, the best
Yes.
thing about that, I have a speaker that's like this big that's 12 times as good now. Oh god.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Oh
Those
my
are-
gosh.
Those
More
are
blue,
underrated
too.
though.
Yeah. Yeah. No
Those
blue.
big. Oh no, God no. Those big, like gigantic, like deck ones. So with like the two
Yeah.
speakers and like the subwoofer in the back.
Detachable
actually-
speakers.
Shockingly, like those are no one like wanted them, but like you got one because they were cheaper than like a CD player. But then like like after you had like a regular CD player and you realized like the only time it was awesome was when you were on the bus. When you got home, you're like, man, I wish I had one of those giant ones. And like they were super underrated. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised you still have one actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
Great
I
answer.
don't
I
have one.
probably, like, I don't know. My family, we loved listening to Christmas music. So we had like all the different Christmas albums. We had country Christmas albums.
Yes.
Like all the albums. We had every
Toby
one of them.
Keith's Jingle Bells.
Yes!
Sounds
Oh, good one.
slays.
Yeah.
Slays. Get it?
It's like get it,
Slays?
get it, you get it. All right, cool. Nerd. I'm a father.
I'm a father. I can do that. That's so funny. I love it. Jeff, Jeff, what was yours?
Yeah, so we were kind of talking about this before the show, but like Paul and I came from that era where we had literally every iteration of musical device, storage device, that ever existed. So like I've had a cassette player, and pause what I'm saying for a second because Chris Shue, welcome back to the live stream. I haven't seen you in a while, my friend, and I really appreciate you being here. So he says, Noelle, your favorite VHS tape. So I'm gonna pause my story. You say your favorite VHS tape. I don't know. You were on the cusp of the era for CDs. Did you have VHSs?
I had VHS, and it's funny because I was so young. So it's got to be like one of those old kids, like, what are those, like the dinosaur.
Land Before Time.
Yes, Land Before Time. I had all of those.
Littlefoot.
Littlefoot.
No.
Petrie.
Yep. Yes.
Noelle's stock is skyrocketing.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
have the entire Jurassic Park vault in cassette.
Skyrocketing.
Wow. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. There you go, Krishu. Amazing answer. Amazing answer. So yeah, what I was saying is like we've had all the devices that ever exist, including like the mini disc player. I don't know if you guys remember that. I think we've talked about it on the show before. You know, the Zune, the original iPod, like the iPod Shuffle. Remember the one that was like this big and it like had a clip? And
Just
like,
threw that
clipped you?
away.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Or there was one that.
It wasn't. I didn't have enough money for it, so for the actual Apple version, so I had like a little tiny one that held maybe like 10, 20 songs.
But I mean, like, you know, for the Apple one, you would spend $99 for a thing you would immediately lose. So I mean, you know, you might as well just light $100 on fire. So, last CD that I listened to, I honestly, I'll tell you the most listened to CD that I had through high school, because I can't think of the last one. I have no idea. This is a billion years ago. The most listened to, actually, like my mom brought me like this box of like, here's your crap, you know, like when you guys move out of your house, it's been a long time, and then your parents like move out of their house, like empty nest syndrome, they bring you all your crap that you had as a kid. So I got like this giant box of stuff, like here's everything you ever owned that's worthless because you forgot about it 15 years ago. And in that was a sleeve of CDs, and in that sleeve of CDs was Linkin Park's Meteora. And it had, it was just
Shredded.
it was destroyed. It was that thing had been listened to so many millions of times. Like I remember, if you guys never did this, we live in Michigan, road trip to Florida, which is 24 hours of driving straight. And like on that drive, I only brought one CD because it was pre-iPod era, and I literally just listened to Linkin Park's Meteora the entire time.
Oh god dang.
A CD is like 48 minutes at best. You're just like, I listened to Linkin Park's Meteora probably 24 times
Oh my
there
God.
and 24 times back. So
Great.
I would have stopped at a Walmart and picked up another one or something else for 24 hours to give it enough time to stop and get
Please
another.
God.
Nah, man, I was good. That's how good that album was. I was playing Game Boy. I was just playing my Game Boy, listening to Linkin Park, right? Just rocking it for that era.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, yeah. Parental advisory. You guys remember parental advisory?
Oh yeah. If it didn't see, that was the best thing though, because if it didn't have it, I didn't want it. So like if like when someone released an album, if it didn't have the parental advisory sticker, I was like garbage, not buying that one.
He's like, "Where's Kid Rock's Ba with the Ba?" Like, I want the uncensored version.
Fred Durst didn't write it. Go pound sand.
Fred Durst didn't write it.
I will say, the last CD that I listened to, it was the above car, the visor sleeve, you know.
Yep.
And they all had like from when you put them in, you know, because I'm
They just get ruined.
I'm OCD about how I put them in, so they all went in like facing me perfectly. So there's like a line where the sun like degraded them from when you like sticks out, so when you can grab them. I think it was either Atreyu or System of a Down, one of the two.
Ooh,
And it's got to be one of those two.
like BYOB.
Sure. It was either BYOB.
Whatever album that was. Chop Suey.
I think that was the next one.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but dude, that was the first one was Chop Suey. BYOB had like their harder stuff where they got like very upset with like the rest of the world. But that dude, it's got to be one of the two, and it very well could have been Atreyu because that freaking CD bang. But yes, one of those.
B Dooley calling out the LimeWire. That was the jam.
How many skins did you download on LimeWire that drained your bank account? That's just my only question with LimeWire. That was the most brutal thing for anybody who had a PC. DeBell's legit. Good call, Creek Caller. All right, that's enough reminiscing from the 90s. Good job, everybody. I guess 2000s. Good job, everybody.
Welcome back to 2021. All right, continue.
Well, yeah. So we do have a little bit of news. We've like started to add this in. So in case no one has heard, the Michigan record for salmon has been broken. 48-pounder.
Insane.
Ridiculous. And it was like a high school kid who did it, and he had no idea what he did. He reeled it in. Everyone on the boat like went insane. And he was like,
good?
Yeah, I caught a fish. Like he had no idea what was going on. Previous record was 46 pounds and had stood for, get this, 43 years. That's
insane.
Completely nuts. And I don't mean to, this is like all records breaking is like the fish news that I've had for the last couple weeks. Not on purpose. Kill switch engaged. Good call, Travis. But yeah, like I don't know why, but that's just happening a ton.
People just been breaking records. I feel bad for this kid though. Imagine, like he doesn't even know what he did. So imagine like one of the first like major fish you catch is 48 pounds. Now, every 6 ounce bass you catch after that is like, what is this?
Why are we
not
here?
even happy anymore? You broke that kid. That kid's broken.
Yeah. The other piece of news that I just found out about like maybe an hour ago is that pretty soon here, Justin Royal has been working with 6th Sense on his line of heaters rods. And I'm actually very excited about that. I think that's really cool. We're big Justin Royals fans here on this show. And those are probably going to be coming out, I would assume, in the fall, just based on like typically when people do releases, but it could be sooner. I'd guess my guess is October. He said on his Instagram 120 probably price range, which I think is probably pretty moderate for a smaller manufacturer like 6th Sense. So still a value. I can tell you right now, I'm gonna go get one. Period. I'll figure out which one. If he only makes one, that's the one I'm getting. So I can tell you right now, that's happening.
I've been meaning to get a 6th Sense rod. I just picked up the Guggen rod, so I feel like that's an absolute necessity.
I was this close to getting the Spinnerbaits rod. Back when I was looking at Spinnerbaits rods, the Dobbins won out. Yep, the Dobbins won out because I didn't know anything about the 6 rods, and I knew the Dobbins was going to be sick, but it was this close. But now that Justin Royal has one, it doesn't matter. Reputation's on the line. That guy's a beast. I'm going to go get one.
Right. Noelle, have you fished 6th Sense much?
I have. So it's funny, though, because this literally just happened. I bought one of those, like, bigger, like, it's like a top water. You walk the dog with it.
Dog.
Yeah, that. I bought that.
Oh, the big one, the big boy.
The big one. And I honestly didn't realize how large it was when it showed up. I was like, oh my God.
Oh no.
I was like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. This was like super new to me. I'm not even kidding you. I tied this on and casted it, and it broke off first cast across the lake. I was
No.
devastated. So that is my experience with Sixth Sense.
You immediately threw it away.
Heartbreak
Cool,
and
cool, cool.
loss.
Yeah, and I was like, and it was like I was night fishing, so it was like, of course, like that's gone,
forever.
gone forever. But I
No.
really like their drop shot hook. Those are my favorite to
Oh
buy.
yeah, yeah.
They're the perfect weight ever.
The bag of them right there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just picked them up and I got they have a big hook pack that I think is like $40, but it's like every hook that they have in 3 sizes. So it's like, hell yeah, sign me up. And yeah, I dig their hooks. I think they're all super solid. I do love their baits. We fish them a ton on the show. I mean, we fish everybody. Like we're not, super tied down to any one thing, but their rods interest me because like I just picked up the Guggen Green series, like finesse, whatever. They're all kind of like very similar, but like the grips on those got me intrigued. They're pretty sweet. It's very comfortable to hold. It's very light. They do a lot of cool things, like they have the ruler on it. They have like the marking for where the action starts. I thought that was cool. Like if you're a beginner getting into fishing, Debo's mentioned this in a comment on my Instagram post. Is like, for a beginner, those are like freaking amazing rods. So that had me intrigued for trying like 6 and a couple other brands and like comparing these for sure. It's something we're going to do on the channel in the future.
One thing I really want to talk about on a show is where we nerd out and we talk about like things that are kind of going on in the industry. I just posted about this on Instagram, and I do think it's actually really important. The marketing for like the middle segment cost of rods, like especially combos, and like the 1 to 150.
Yeah.
You're seeing a ton of stuff like the Mock Smash, where you get like these crazy colors, and then they just mod out one of their go-to standards. So they have the SLP. But they take away the aluminum and they replace it with graphite, like their standard sort of like LFS type deal. And it's a great value. You are getting a value for sure. You're getting a solid rod, but like the marketing on them has changed drastically. Proficiency is the one that I use. It's super bright, very attractive, and attractive to somebody who's maybe new to fishing. So it's gonna stand out to somebody who's maybe like doesn't care as much because they've had every rod under the sun. Like that's not the person that they're trying to get. They're trying to get someone who's in maybe their first or second rod and wants something that they are excited to fish with, which I think is really cool. And the Guggen squad did a really nice job with like the idea that they're gonna like help you figure out which rod to pick based on like video game stats is like
literally stats.
Everyone should have been doing that for forever. Like, so they have it printed on the side. They're like, on a scale of 1 to 5, it's like 5 open circles or 4 open circls. It's like a 2,
finesse,
it's like
muscle.
It's like a 2 on the finesse, and it's a feather, and then it's like a 3 on like the action, and like it's a like, to Jeff's point, there's like a muscle, and it's a 4 on the muscle, and you can kind of figure out pretty easily with like no previous knowledge, like, oh, this is what I'm getting a hold of now. I thought like that is what people should be. Everyone should be doing that. Everyone should have seen that and been like, duh, like we're so
and
stupid.
then just do it,
because doing it now.
The thing that they did after that is they paired it up with a box of freaking baits. So it's like you get the feather, the finesse one, and they have a finesse box. You get the Twitch series, they got a Twitch box. It's so stupid simple, and like, God, people love them, they hate them, but I mean that is like an insanely innovative thing that I saw and loved. Yeah, the jugulars and the wackies.
The wacky hooks are gorgeous. They're hard to see in this package, but they're beautiful. But look at that jugular hook. So that's their worm hook. I'll tell you right now, there's not many hooks that are that freaking stout. Like these things are 4-aughts, and they look like you could tow a boat. Like they're legit. I am a big fan. I carry a bunch of their stuff.
I would love to see you tow a boat with the jugular hook. I think that would be a good clickbaity type video, right? Like Noelle just started her YouTube, and I think that we need her, to start doing some clickbait, right? I mean, you're gonna get the views, right? So tell us about your YouTube a little bit. I'm gonna jump ahead into the meat because we've been like literally 20 minutes dabbling in other stuff. So you've been on Instagram for how long? Like how long have you been doing Instagram? And you've been growing for a while. So where are you at with that?
So for fishing alone, I've been on Instagram for the last almost 2 years now, like year and a half, 2 years. So yeah, someone said to me like, hey, like if you've been fishing this much, you should start posting that stuff. And I was like, all right. Might as well, because at first my brand was more of makeup related. Like I work in skincare, I work with doing weddings, makeup for weddings. I'm in school for massage therapy. Like kind of the beauty industry was my thing for a really long time, like super girly girl, whatever. But behind the scenes of work, everyone knew I was out on the water, I was hiking, I was just always like shooting guns, like just doing everything, like totally redneck, totally different than anybody from the spa industry.
Mhm.
And then I finally was like, you know what? I'm gonna post a fish. I literally posted like my very first fish. I was out ice fishing and it blew up. I was like, oh,
Nice.
okay. All right. So then I started following some people. I actually followed like John B on YouTube for years, like way
Nice.
back when he wasn't really popular quite yet, and more in the beginning, because I was like, oh, this dude's my age. I can relate. Same thing with like Kicking My Bass TV. I liked his stuff too way back when he was just starting out posting videos about crankbaits and whatever, how to. And so I was like, okay. So I started like tagging different pages and then they started sharing and then seeing other people in New Hampshire, following them, getting like locally acclimated. And yeah, just kind of like started taking off and I was really excited about it. And then it wasn't until like that was like the winter time, springtime. I finally like reached out actually to Monster Bass. I was actually a Tech Baits or a TEC Baits. I was on their
Oh, yeah.
ambassadorship. They reached out to me, and that was my very first one. And then I reached out to Monster Bass and was like, "Hey guys, I want to be on the pro staff. I want to get a discounted box. Like, I don't want to pay for all this all the time anymore." Slash, I wasn't really sure what else to throw because I mean for me open water was like mainly just jerk baits and anything hard plastic easy just tie it on throw it out you're gonna catch something so Monster Bass like totally helped me with that and I started seeing like other new baits like frogs. I'd never fished a frog before so learning how to do that and I liked how in the old school boxes, the panel that would open up and be like, in this time of the year, this is what is in the box that you will throw. And I was like, sick, I need that.
Yeah.
It was like so cool. I do miss that, but the bags are really cool now. They're very useful. But I still have like almost all of my boxes still. I
Got
keep
you.
them. So I'm
Yeah.
like, they're gonna be worth something someday. Just wait.
That's why you keep.
I have
Sure.
some up there.
Honestly, I like one of the
There's
like
some left.
first numbered. Yeah, you have them. Yeah, I actually used one the other day. I sparingly gave it as a gift box. I used the box to give
Nice.
a birthday gift, but I was like,
People should recognize that you're giving them like a treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you're welcome, and also, can I have that box back after you open it?
Don't pull too hard on the tape.
Yeah. Careful,
Yeah.
careful.
yeah,
Dude,
but
like I
that-
just, yeah, I just gave all of mine to Paul because his kid like is obsessed
Oh
with
yeah,
those boxes.
loves them. Yeah, so my
I was
kids'
surprised
toys
when
are
we
all in
first
there. He's got trains and truck. He's got one for trains and one for trucks.
Yep. Yo, cheers to the unofficial Burly hype man, Paul's improved clinch knot. $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says Noelle is a lovely young lady, better than you two scrubs. I mean, bro, obviously. Welcome to the show. What knot do you use? And there is a wrong answer here.
I'm not doing use. I feel like this is gonna be the wrong answer, but I love the clinch knot.
That's the right answer. You did it.
That is the knot I tie for almost everything, literally. And sometimes I spin the bait like 1,000 more times just in case, just to get a little extra oomph, you know, just in case.
Oh my
football
gosh.
and stuff.
Nope, that was the
Alright.
right answer. That was the only answer. There was other
Yeah.
ones that you could have said. They would have been one of the ones that were wrong. That was
It
the
would
only-
have all been wrong. So Paul's improved clinch knot. It sounds like you have to change your name again.
That should
Add
be
Noelle
it.
in.
So unofficial DeBurly hype man _ Paul's improved clinch knot used to be
Sports Freak
he used to be
76.
Sports Freak. Thank you, Sports Freak 76. And
Keeps
then
changing his name.
he changed it to Paul's improved clinch knot because I have a weird thing with clinch knot where I get really mad when people talk trash about that knot. It bugs me,
Yeah.
so I get defensive. So he switched it, and then he became the unofficial Burly hype man. And then Debo's fishing was on, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna be the unofficial Burly and Debo's fishing hype man _ Paul's improved clinch knot. So this guy is He's one of ours. We take ownership of that guy for sure. He's the man.
Yeah.
But Chris Jew.
Yeah,
Chris
Chris
Jew coming
Hughes,
in hot.
super chat snuck this in right after. Thank you so much, sir, for the $10 super chat. I saved a bird and towed a standard 16-foot fully loaded V-hull fishing boat with 2 grown men with a paddle yak. Wow.
Pedal.
Pro status. Oh, pedal. Still pro status.
Yeah.
You got thunder thighs, my friend. Good job. All the way back to the landing. 1.5 miles. That's a cardio and a half type workout there, my friend. Your achievement this year, Noelle first. What is your achievement? Basically, he bragged, but he would like to know what your achievement is, starting with you, Noelle.
I honestly think my achievement is that when I go on boats, I am people's worst luck. Because for so far, so fishing with Becca, we lost power to the trolling motor and the main motor, the Mercury, had to get towed in. That was in my saltwater video, so go check that out. My most recent video with Fishing with Heart, again, same thing, all power gone.
Huh.
Right, and that's the first time I ever fished with them too. And then a video that's coming soon, I went fishing with this woman, Jessica, who I'm now friends with, and so Jay Well Fit and Fish. Same thing this last weekend. Lost all power to the trolling motor, but she didn't have a motor on the back of her boat. And that video is coming soon. So I think my greatest achievement is that don't take me on your boat for the very first time fishing with me.
I think you need to start carrying like oars, a set of oars and oarlocks with you wherever
you just bring them. Yeah.
Like, why do you have that? Well, you'll see.
You just have like an extendable one from your fanny pack?
No paddles, nothing. This last time we had one paddle, and we luckily ran into this super nice guy, also named Jeff, and he towed us in. But it was funny because he like tied off on one of his things, but it was on the corner of the boat. So then I'm in the front of the boat holding on like we are wake boating, going like trolling motor speed, like maybe like speed 5. Okay, so we're barely going. But because it's on the corner of his boat, my boat keeps going like this, and we're going like meow. Meow, like so bad. Jessica's on the phone where our little tiny John boat thingy almost flips over. Like it was a whole event.
And then he was like, "Hey, have a nice day. You're welcome. $100."
Nope.
Yeah.
Like, bye. And I was like, you're gonna be mentioned on my channel, so just find me and I will mention you. I haven't heard from him.
100. Oh my
I don't think that's
What?
That's so absurd. But here's the real achievement. You conduct electricity somehow, and you are overloading or shorting out batteries. I don't know how you do it. You're like Storm from X-Men. I don't know what you're doing, but
I was actually going to
that's a real
ask if you
achievement.
I was actually going to ask if you had recently been fishing with Jeff, because honestly, his boat is broken too. So I'm like, hey, will you hang it out on his kayak at some point?
I break things
I
a
just
lot.
flew there really quick. I got on the boat to check it out at night, and then I left, my energy there.
Pretty dope. Pretty dope. It's broken, but sick whip. I'm out of here.
Got
You
you.
could call me electric. I don't know.
So you just actually reminded me of a pretty amazing towing a boat story that Paul and I were involved in. We went to a lake and we were just getting ready to go fishing, and as we're preparing to fish, we see this homeboy on a pontoon dragging another pontoon. He literally shake and bake swung this pontoon with a guy on it towards the dock. Dude,
Slingshot, like a slingshot, like what they do in space, where they like go around the backside of the planet and they slingshot away. He literally zoomed in towards the towards the dock and like dipped out, let go, and then the other guy was like with no power, like coasting right. He was like, later, nerd, and then the other guy's like coming right into the freaking dock.
So first of all, kudos to that guy for his accuracy, because he actually
was within 2 feet. 2 feet
directly at it. Here's the problem. The guy on the pontoon did not know how to swim, did not have a life jacket, and thought this was an amazing idea that as it slid up to the dock, he would just step to the dock, you know, because he has like a 17-foot leg span. So homeboy
is a big guy, very tall man,
big dude. He had a big leg span. However, he was also like
a leg span. That's
72. It is now. He had his legs spanned, so he had his legs out. He's like full splits. He's like 72, by the way. He's trying to pull his pontoon with his leg strength. Just abductors.
Was he trying to do like a Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah.
No, he didn't do that, and he should have, because his pontoon was trash. He should have let it just go under.
This pontoon boat was not small. It was huge. And it was like it was probably 25,
it was like an AstroTurf one, just like turf
feet,
only,
like all stapled together, and
duct tape, little duct tape, you know.
Oh, it gets better.
So he is doing the splits. Obviously, this is going to end well. I'm here just like eating popcorn. I was just Michael Jackson eating popcorn. I was like, what's going to happen? And then homeboy falls in the water. And then I'm like, he's fine. He was at the ramp. I'm like, you're fine. And much like any hilarious comedy sketch where somebody's in 2 feet of water and they're like, I'm drowning. And they're like, oh, I can stand. Like, he's like, I'm drowning. And then I run over to him. I scoop him up out of the water, pull him up to the shore. And I'm like, okay, so like, are you okay? Like, what's going on?
He hit his head.
Yeah, he like fell, kind of clipped the dock, and like we had to get him out. We had to like check him for, you know, a concussion. We're like, are you all right? How many fingers am I holding up? Like all this stuff. And then he's like, I'm fine. And he goes and he grabs his
dress shirt and like, or dress pants and like no shirt.
Yeah. He goes to get his car to tow his pontoon. His car is like a Suzuki. Is a Suzuki Ninja?
Suzuki Samurai.
Samurai. It's like this big, and it's custom camoed. And this Suzuki Samurai, the tiniest freaking car in the universe, is towing a 25-foot pontoon.
And he's in jeans and dress shoes, like a dress belt and no shirt, and
no
like
shirt.
sopping wet, and he's like going through it like he never fell in the water and almost got concussed. Like he's just like
well, see you guys later.
Have a good day.
We're like, okay, bye.
Wow, that song just kept getting better and better.
Yeah, it didn't get worse.
This is our life, basically.
Oh,
we have many of those stories, but we haven't talked about that one on the podcast. Somehow that hasn't come up.
The irony too.
Thank you for bringing it up.
The irony is he had ropes on the boat. He very could have easily just grabbed a rope and jumped onto the old dock and just. Yeah. But instead, he went for like the Wile E. Coyote. Like, I'm gonna try and do that.
I got it.
And that would have been an amazing meme. That would have been good.
Well, you know what? Right. We have to go see if we got the film, because that was freaking hilarious.
When your wife asks if you got it, and you're like, no, I got it. You're just like,
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Hello.
Jesus.
Don't worry. All right, so I think Chris Shue asked a question.
Yeah, good too.
That we're supposed to answer. What is your greatest achievement? Mine was recalling that story. Done. All right, you go.
Yeah, honestly, I don't have anything that can top either of those things. I mean, I had a kid, that was about it. But like,
I'd say, yeah. That kind of tops that thing.
I didn't do any work, so it's like,
Created life.
I'll say this. No, my achievement
for the birthing of a child. Okay.
I was legitimately 4 minutes away from that kid being bored in my front seat. So
that's
my driving ability got us there just in time for that thing to come on out in a bed versus like my truck. And that's not an exaggeration. We were in that hospital for like 4 minutes before that baby came out. So I'm taking that.
It's a win.
100%. All right. Wow. So unofficial Burly hype man _ pause and proof clinch shot. Like I said, if you're on somebody else's podcast and they don't say your entire username, they're not trying, and you should unsubscribe from them. So, serious question. Have you ever dealt with a slow leak in a yak? He has a buddy that has to beach his every 2/3 of an hour. I've literally never heard time used in that manner. I just want to, I appreciate that you just said 2/3 of an hour, aka 40 minutes. Okay, it's supposed to be that makes more sense. I was like 2/3 of an hour.
Every 6 minutes of an hour, he has to like jump in there.
Every 5-6 of an hour. Dude, you just oh my god, that was the best thing I've ever read in my life. All right, so he says 2 to 3, but it's better if you say 2/3 of an hour. Please say that from now on. It's not a quarter two.
He meant like, 6. He meant 6/3 is what he meant. Every 2 to 3.
Way better. 6/3 of an. I got it. Okay, so he says he needs some Flex Seal. Yeah, I mean for sure. But there's also like patch kits. You literally just melt plastic over the plastic. Like that's a good thing. You're gonna want to find out where that leak is located. That would be like numero uno. So if you can like check for that, I don't know, literally submerge the boat and see where the bubbles come out, like by the bank.
So the easiest way to find, and Noelle, chime in if you have experience here. The easiest way that is almost the same thing that you actually do with a pair of waders. If it's in the bottom and you're pretty sure it's in the bottom, just take soap, like Dawn soap, and submerge the boat. Have someone sit in it or put some weight in it, and then just run your hands along the inside of the hull until you can either feel something or take soap and rub it, and you'll eventually see bubbles come out if you think you know where the thing is. Now, it's probably going to be on a seam. If you don't know where it is, it's probably going to be on a seam, or it's actually going to be wherever your plug is, your drain plug. It's probably just a faulty drain plug. That's probably it.
Yeah,
So that's where I would start, and then that way you can get, if it's just that, it's probably just going to be like one of those little plastic washer replacements. It's an easy one, and you can legitimately just use glue on the inside and fix that whole problem. Like heavy, like commercial
goop is marine goo. Yeah,
any of those things. Patch kits will be better, will probably last longer, but you know, if you're looking for a $6 fix, that's the one.
Yeah, I can tell you a free fix.
Go on.
Throw it away.
Funny story. This happened. This is like about the second time I went out. So I had an aluminum canoe. I was taking one of my girlfriends out. She had never been fishing before, mind you. And I'm going to like a local lake pond. It was kind of like in between size. And I knew there was a leak in the front of the hull of this boat. But it was just small enough that, like, you know, you can kind of get through the day. Like, it's not a big deal. Maybe scoop out a little water here and there. So, but I missed the boat launch. I was like, oh, no, my GPS wants me to go down here. So there must be another launch. So I get all the way to this little, like, island, like, jetty off of this place. And it's like, the road is this big. And my truck is, like, this big. So it just is barely fitting in. Dead end.
Oh.
Hope you got a backup camera.
Driving a truck, I can put a boat in the water. I am fine. I tow trailers all the time, but I had this canoe sticking like out of the bed like this. So it's like just under the window on the metal part, and then coming out about another like 4 feet. And I had like a little like something hanging off, like a little orange flag, and I had to do a U-turn. There was no way I was going to back out of this. It was like just too much. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do a U-turn. So I turn around and do a U-turn. She's going, just, you know, like there's a tree behind you. I was like, oh, yeah, I see it. Hit it. Hole goes, fixed. We put in the water. No hole anymore. I squashed it. Squashed the hole. I put a dent in the back of my brand new truck. Inside though, like, you know, the windows here, and then you got the bed. There's like a nice, right, perfect circle dent, and I'm like, but
I don't know if that's a free fix.
Here's the idea.
I'm gonna use like a suction cup, and I'm gonna try to pull it out.
Those work.
Okay. Yep.
Those actually work really, really well. I've used one of those little like single-use dent pullers. Those things actually work really well.
Yeah, and I've also seen, this is like a life hack, like one of those TikTok life hacks, where you take glue sticks, like you take a handful of them, like warm them up so they're a little bit moist, stick it on there, wait till they dry, and then you can use that and it suctions out.
But how do you get the glue stick off? That's
what I'm not sure about. I wonder if it just like, do you just use like a razor blade, or you just?
I'm going dent puller for sure.
I don't know. I saw this life hack and I was like, if I don't have a puller, but I do, I just haven't tried to fix it yet. But all that matters is it got fixed.
That is actually probably an even trade, honestly.
Yeah. This reminds me, if you guys haven't followed like 5-minute hacks like on YouTube. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Like 5-minute hacks is all like the most absurd, ridiculous, like think of the most complicated way you can do anything but in 5 minutes. Like it's that. It's hilarious.
They're amazing.
It is the funny. Don't ever do any of the hacks, but they're hilarious to watch.
Have you ever seen the TikToks of people who do like the cooking hacks?
Yeah.
Like, you know how they have the hack where it's like lay the cheese onto the griddle and then put your eggs in and then put your hash brown, and then like you roll it up and it's like a fancy like a cheese burrito or whatever. Like they have a whole bunch of these deals, right? Have you ever seen the people that like they play a fast forwarded version of it and then they do it themselves? Have you seen those?
And it's terrible.
It's awful. And it's the funniest thing that I've ever seen. Like there's this guy who does them and his reaction is like really what sells the whole thing. So there was one, like the guy has like the TikTok person has like, the oil, like, rolling, and he takes his ladle and he like takes his like I don't know, it's like pancake batter or whatever, and he like drizzles it on a ladle, on the bottom of a ladle, dunks it, fries it, takes it out, like puts an egg in it, fries that in there, and then like moves it around with his little ladle, and then like puts it all together, and it's like this wonderful little cone of like crunchy confection with egg on the inside, and then you're like, oh, that looks really cool, like haha. And then the guy's like, I could do that, like his face is like very confident, and then he goes in and he like, the other dude, when he like put it on, it was like this beautiful like ornate thing, and his was like a checkerboard that was like drunk when it was produced. It's all like messed up. He puts it in and like there's oil like spattering all over it. Then he pulls it out and it like it's like torched, it's like black. He's like, what? And then he goes to do the egg and there's just oil like dripping all over the egg. It looks horrific, and he pours it on, and then the whole thing, he goes to take a bite and it's just falling apart. He's like scorching himself. It is, honest to God, it is and this is exactly what would happen. Like you watch this guy do it and you're like, that's exactly how that would go if I tried to do that. This is not a joke. Don't ever try and do this. They're hilarious.
So good.
I will share the next one that I find.
Do it.
That's good. I've been loving the guy right now that like people will do those super simple life hacks. Like you'll have a regular cup and they're like, oh, but you can make a handle for it. You know what I'm talking about? And then there's like this African American guy that does it. He just goes,
yeah.
Yes. Like, oh yeah. He's the second most.
I love that guy.
He is the second most followed person on TikTok. He has the second most followers. It's insane. That guy's awesome. He makes fun of literally everything because those are the 5-minute hacks. Those are this is completely unnecessary. Like, what if you put a handle on a solo cup? Or what if they already make cups with handles? Why? Yeah, exactly. It's just absolutely insane. So speaking of content creation, so you started your YouTube when? Like 2 weeks ago? A month ago?
A month. My very first one I checked before I got in here was a month ago.
Okay. So I love that. Before I welcome you to YouTube, 1 second. Greg Lord, thank you so much for a super chat for $5. He said a while back that a striper is a bucket list fish. 100% agree. I'm with you, dude. What are 1 or 2 bucket list fish for all of you? So we're going to talk about YouTube right after this. But before we do, 1 or 2 bucket list fish. So Noelle, you're the guest. You go first.
So I've never caught like a big pike, like a northern pike.
Stock skyrocketing.
I want that more than really anything, but I caught my very, very first pike like this big. It's on my Instagram in Colorado.
I saw your post.
Yeah.
Yes, that was like literally the tiniest little guy, but it made me the happiest person in the world. And same thing with the other one is a walleye. I've never caught a walleye in the Northeast either, but I caught one in Colorado, same thing, just a little dinky guy, but it was sick. And that was the TikTok I made of like, I could not hold this fish for the life of me.
That was so good.
Dude, and the best part is I didn't record any of this. Those were all came from like live photos that I transferred.
Oh, really?
Videos, because the whole thing was live, and I couldn't believe that because I just have forgotten to turn it off, and I was so glad because that was insane. And I'm not even kidding. There were more times that I dropped that fish too, but I was like, this is insane. I can't, this is like embarrassing. The fish is probably like dead. Like I felt horrible for this fish, but this fish wanted nothing to do with me at all.
Oh my God.
That's so awesome. It's kind of like, didn't you just post about a brown trout that escaped the net? Oof.
Same place. I was like dying. That literally, my whole soul left my body when I watched it swim away. And I knew it because I saw its head was already out of the net a little bit.
Yep.
I was like, please, Lord, please, please, God, no.
I was watching that. I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah. I have seen Paul's soul leave his body more times than I can count. Like
I actually we're gonna get to Debo in a second, but I actually have on film. I think it's in TikTok a video where I had caught. We were having a brutal day. It was like super early spring. Couldn't buy a bite on the river. Finally got into a couple of these things, and I caught a really nice bass. I had like a really, really nice largemouth on the line on a jerkbait, rear treble only, and I was turning him around. And you could watch it happen on camera. He spits, didn't even jump, just came halfway out, spit the jerkbait, and I screamed, and it was like the most natural yell, like guttural, like
it was a guttural.
It was like the guy who gets shot in Star Wars, like
your hands came into the camera view. You were like
brutality abounded, and it was terrible. I know exactly. That was the moment my soul separated from my body. It was brutal.
It was insane. So welcome Debo to the chat. Welcome over from the MONSTERBASS channel. Thank you so much. You are fantastic. Thank you so much for the super chat. And he said sup Nedrig nerds. So I feel like that is just jumping up the ladder. That was one of our 3 choices for the shirts for the Snorlax crew.
Yeah.
So
Debo, just so you know, we are making t-shirts for the Snorlax members only, and this is just like a thank you to the Snorlax members. So I think we need to get you one though, because one of the 3
you're
options,
getting one no matter what.
Yeah, we owe you for buying the hat anyways. Yep. One of those we have 3 options right now for what the shirts are going to be, and one of them is Nedrig Nerds. What's the other one? Drop Dead Ned
and Drop Dead Ned. So those are the 3. So Nedrig Nerds, Drop Dead Ned, and then Chartreuse. Don't worry about the artwork. We're gonna figure it out. It's just kind of like conceptually, what do you think would be the hottest?
The theme.
But yeah, the theme is what we're going for. But yeah, Debo, you're getting one. Deal with it. No matter what.
Noelle, we have also skipped a lot.
We're gonna get back to YouTube. Back to YouTube.
Get back to YouTube.
That's where we're gonna live. So first of all, welcome to YouTube. You've been here for a month, and I saw your first video. This is cool. Great idea to doing like here's me kind of video, like a little intro. I thought that was a good idea. But yeah, I was interested in I want to see everybody kind of has their own spin on this. And gosh dang, every time I start talking about YouTube, somebody's hitting us with a super chat. I appreciate you guys also very much. So cheers to Chris Shu for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Does anyone run spinnerbaits anymore? What's your favorite? Yes, absolutely. Noelle, do you run spinnerbaits?
I was actually just talking to someone about spinnerbaits before I got on here, and I was saying how I personally have been liking the underspin over spinnerbaits right now. That's my personal thing. I don't know why, but I don't know. I feel like I might be slightly intimidated by the whole big spinnerbaits, but I enjoy them. I just I personally haven't been having like the best luck, and for me, it's not necessarily size that matters. It's the quantity. I really enjoy catching a lot of fish, and so far I've been doing really, really good with the underspin, and it's just like kind of my go-to right now with like a paddle tail on it.
Yeah, see, it's funny that you mentioned toothy critters as one of your, bucket list fish, because what they really like to chew on is spinnerbaits, like a lot. But yeah, I've been having a lot of luck lately throwing them without a trailer, like at all. And like last year I was throwing trailers. This year's been kind of different, but just trailerless. White and chartreuse has been like the money play, but they have been crushing around here. But I feel you on the underspins, and I think where you're at, that makes a lot more sense. And where we're at, kind of that spinnerbait works. But yeah, it is big and bulky, but it kind of represents like a cloud of bait fish. Like that's the way I think about it. I'm like, look, lots of easy meals for you to just munch on, and they get smacked. So yeah, I think he asked like favorite. And also, thanks to James O'Neill, you should ask a question. Thank you so much for the super chat.
James,
For
ask a question, dude.
Ask us something, come back, hit us. Charles will catch you with it, and he'll let us know. But yeah, oh my gosh, you guys are absolutely insane. What are we doing tonight, people? You guys are fantastic. I guess welcome over, maybe from MONSTERBASS, wherever you guys are bouncing over from. Gosh dang it, dude.
What up, dog?
Everybody slow down. Like Noelle, I promise we're gonna talk to you. So Pelican Bone Outdoors, thank you so much. Here you go. Talk about YouTube.
Yep.
Wow.
You the man. Greg Lord, welcome to Snorlax crew. That's fantastic, man. Welcome aboard. So Chris, we'll hit you with all of the different kinds. I know where you at. Highly recommend Booyah Spinnerbaits. I use them all the time. I have many of them. And the Z-Man, was it Sling Blades? Sling Blades from Z-Man.
My second favorite, actually.
Money.
That is my second favorite. My favorite are the Strike King KVD Tournament Pros.
Yes.
I have probably a dozen of those.
Freaking ridiculous.
They all come with trailers. That's KVD's kind of big thing. I don't love trailers on every single one, but I do use them until I cut them off. And then I save those because I put them back on later. But I really like those because they're very heavy duty and they have really, both the Z-Man and the tournament KVDs have really good paint jobs. I
really
think
well done.
They're just they're really high quality. The Z-Man does have a nice finish too. Like, they are very durable. The one thing we talked about this, Noelle, you were talking about like kind of being intimidated by like the size of a spinnerbait. When I first started fishing, I stayed away because I honestly didn't really understand how it would ever catch a fish.
Dumbest looking thing ever.
It was like it looks like a toy. It doesn't look like a fish lure. Like,
so
honestly,
stupid.
If you come at it from like a non-fishing background and you look at a spinnerbait, it does not look like something that would catch fish. It just doesn't make sense. You're like, this is a joke. Like, I don't understand why this would be a thing. I started fishing with one just because I had it, and it was one of the KVDs. I don't even know how I got it or where I got it. I just had one, and I caught probably to date, it might still be the biggest bass I've ever caught. It was an absolute giant. It bent out a KVD Pro. I could have put my whole hand inside this fish's mouth, and I didn't even know anything about fish. So I didn't measure it, but it was legitimately from like my sternum, like to my waist. It was like a gigantic fish. I may never catch one that big again. I'm glad I don't know the stats because it probably wasn't that big. But like at the time, I'd been fishing for like 2 or 3 years, and I like could not believe that there was a fish that big out there. And ever since then, spinnerbaits are like they're on the board for me. I have a box of just spinnerbaits in my kayak.
We usually bring a ton in our Buzzbees.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a bunch of them. You know who I actually really like? So this is funny because I'm like on the spinnerbaits right now. But if you go to my YouTube channel, my like cover photo or banner, it literally is a spinnerbait that I took a picture of, and it's my spinnerbait, which is the best of works. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about them, but it's like the most high quality photo I think I've ever taken of a bait in my life. So I was like, this is going on the banner. But anyways, I really have been liking Nate Custom Baits spinnerbaits. That is what I threw a lot last year. I can't tell you I really caught anything though, but that's because I don't know if I was really honestly trying hard enough or.
Yeah. The best time, in my very, very humble opinion, is windy, cloudy, choppy day. That's when I think a spinnerbait is going to do the most damage and is going to be the most appetizing. I would also say that is when they work best in shallow cover. So if you're fishing from the bank, go to the windswept side, and then cast as far as you can, and that's just how I've been really successful. I think the most with spinnerbaits. So I would definitely.
I will try it. I catch a bass, I will tag you.
Oh, perfect. That's all we ask. That's literally it.
I didn't want anything else. That was really it.
All you, Paul.
100% of the credit, including catching the fish. That's all. But welcome aboard the Snorlax crew, Camp Waffle Stomper.
It's like such a good name, bro.
I just want to go camping and like stomp on waffles and like send you a picture, like tag you in that. That would be fantastic. Yo, Debo's talking to you too. He says, don't be intimidated with spinnerbaits, swim jig with blades. equals spinnerbaits. I love it, dude. So simplified, right?
Yep.
Take a chatterbait, remove the blade, add an arm, and a twirly blades. You got a spinnerbait.
Basically, you take a jig and either add an arm or add a chatter,
Yeah.
and that's basically those two.
100%.
And those are the two I have on deck anytime it's windy. I'm like, chatterbait, spinnerbait, all freaking day. I love that. Diva says that was her call. It's a jig with bling. It's a jig with bling. I love that description. All right, so gotta love that bling. So back to YouTube. I want to know the direction you want to go with your channel. So like I was saying, everybody kind of does it different. We obviously do it different than other unboxing channels, etc. Blah blah blah. So what is your direction? Where are we headed with this thing?
Sure. So, as I think I've said probably a little earlier in this channel, is that I am not considering myself like a pro. Like, I'm learning. Like, I am in this to win it, and I'm excited. So with this, I want to grow with my followers and grow with my channel. So something that I want to do is I want to do like a how-to section and have it be a little aimed towards like a lot of my friends have kids that have never, like they don't know what they're doing. So in that corner of my channel, backstory, when I was in high school, everybody called me Noel. Instead of Noelle, it was Noel. That was the nickname. Noel, Noli, Cannoli, oh no. Like just all those weird names that went with instead of Noelle.
Wait. Time out. Oh no.
Oh no, or no, or new.
What did you do? I'm curious.
I mean, you can see already that my luck with like on boats isn't good. It kind of goes in
anything with a battery just died around you. You said anything with a battery just died around you? Is that everybody says, "Oh no, here goes Noel," and then like every car died.
Man.
Oh no. That's right. That should be my theme song for everything.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. I was like, that's a theme song. Yo, also 760 Bass Fishing. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says awesome podcast. Really enjoying the positive vibes. Hey, we always keep it positive, my friend. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much. So Oh No is probably my favorite nickname for you, and that's all I'm going to call you from now on. I think that makes a lot of sense since you shut down everybody's freaking boat. Well, it just works.
And one thing I definitely want to say, one thing I want to say too is I think you're coming at things from like a really good perspective because you know a lot of people like ego comes into YouTube and Instagram and all these things quite a bit. Yeah, does it? It really does. And I think what you've done is you've said like here's the place I want to be. Here's the lane I want to kind of like live in, and it's coming from a really good place of like authenticity and like personal enjoyment and fulfillment, which is totally different than being like I want to be gigantic to be famous and rich or whatever.
Make all the money, beat other people.
And it's really important that I look good. Like that is not. I don't think that's a great place to start. I wouldn't recommend that people start there because I'll tell you, like your audience is going to sniff that out. So you will pass the sniff test when folks stumble across your channel. They're like, dude, this is a great person who's doing something that they enjoy to do, and that's why they're doing this is because they like to do it. So I say kudos to you, and I think you've picked a great place to start.
Yeah,
100%.
So with that nickname, essentially, is I want this corner of my channel to be. I've been thinking about branding it like this, calling it the Fishing Knoll. And that's the section where like family and kids and people can come and be like, so what the heck is a chatterbait? Like, or what is a crankbait? Or, hey, my kid's never been fishing, what do I throw? Like, and it just kind of want to be like, okay. And that's like my how-tos and like things like that. And then I'm gonna have another section called like, look at me. And it's just me going out and fishing, like just doing the normal like whole thing. Cause I don't want to have like basic playlists. Like I want them to be fun and interactive because that's just like who I am. I like to be a little different and quirky. So yeah, so that's kind of like where I want to go with my channel. And then with those how-tos, like I know how to fish a lot of baits. Do I know how to explain it? Maybe not the best. So as I'm doing this, I'm like kind of learning too. And like as I'm talking about like, hey, I'm gonna do a video, let's say like this weekend or something on crankbaits. Okay, so how do you fish a crankbait? And then for me, like I want to like branch out, and that will help me see other channels, how other people discuss and teach how to fish a crankbait. For me, I'm like, duh, you just cast it and whatever, you just do it. Like it's just form habit. But I want to like kind of grow with my channel, and then hey, like I've never fished a 10-inch worm before. Let's do it. And I could be totally wrong. And if I catch a fish, great. If I don't, well, like, I don't want it to just be like, hey, like, I'm out here catching all these bass. Look at me. I'm so good at fishing. It's like, today I sucked. Today we lost power to the boat again for the third time.
Like every other day.
Just another day in the life of Noelle. So, you know, oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. You just play that song. That's your intro, outro, like every single video.
Really should. That will be like my YouTube thing.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I'm digging it. I really like this direction that you're going with this. It makes a lot of sense. And like any of the guys that we'll have on the show or that we talk to a lot, you're gonna see authenticity comes up over and over and over again, because when you're authentic, number one, it's easier for you to keep making videos and feel good about it. Number two, people want to follow you because you're not fake. And I don't know about you guys, but anytime I'm on TikTok, half the TikToks are like staged fake nonsense that drives me freaking nuts.
Yep,
and like
all of ours are staged and fake. I don't know if you knew that.
all of they're all authentic. They come from a really authentic place in my heart.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, I'm sorry. No, you're not right. No.
Okay, YouTube is what I meant, but TikTok, I got TikTok on mine. But like YouTube, you're watching it. Like I'm with you, where if people are just like pulling 5-pounders out of the freaking lake every day, I'm like, that's just not fishing. That's just not how it goes. Like we get skunked. We have days where we only catch dinks, beautiful Debo dinks. You know, and it's like I'm with you. Like numbers, we've had this discussion before. Numbers all day, oversized for me. Like I just want to keep catching fish, and that's like us wading the river. That's like what we look forward to. So I think that's awesome. And geez, you guys, so thank you. I got to catch up now on super chats. The creek crawler, man, it was so cool meeting you at ICAST, by the way. I just want to call that out. And we appreciate you and all the people at Nico Baits. You guys are fantastic. You hooked us up. Your buddy hooked us up with the drone footage. The drone footage. Thank you so much. It's in my brain somewhere. Says, how about rigging with Roth for the how-to section?
That's good. That's
pretty good.
Kind of good. That's kind of good.
Good idea.
Rigging with Roth. Come on.
Fancy.
Dude,
So
I'm gonna put a lot of these people who are watching this come up with more names for a different playlist in my channel. I'm gonna put them in a hat, and then I'm gonna pick. And if I don't like it, I'm gonna pick again until I like it.
Dude, I think everything in the hat's just gonna say rigging with Roth. Oh my god, no way, it's that one. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
That's good. Dude,
that is
great. That's a great idea. I like that.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Also, Chris Hugh, thank you so much. To reach for secondary now because you did this to me. You guys are nuts tonight. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. But Chris Hugh for the super chat, getting out of here, guys and gals. Oh no, don't leave us. Thank you for everything. Noelle, you're great. Jeff, Paul, Chaz, see ya. I don't know if he meant it that way, but I want to read it that way. Just like, okay, bye. I wish he had, if only it had been like, Jeff, Chaz, great job, Paul. Bye. Appreciate you, man. Me? I do that all the time. I'm like, I want to thank everybody except for Paul. End of show.
Standard.
Yeah, we love each other. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, I really like this direction you're going with the channel. What's like, how many days a week are you posting? Like, what's your plan? What do you think?
So right now I'm going for once a week, but if I can do more than that, that would be phenomenal. Just with being in school full time, I'm only in school full time until January. So, and then ice fishing is like my thing. I love it. Like it's the best. So I want to be pumping out a lot of like ice fishing content this year because it's just like such a blast. And I have not caught a lot of different like I've never caught a lake trout. That's also on the bucket list. So like I would like to catch that ice fishing personally.
100%.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Because I mean,
I'm
I'm
with you there.
hockey. It's like literally outside my doorstep, and I just have to go do it, and I have to get a setup that's deep enough for this. Because I typically fish a little bit more shallow, little small lakes and ponds and stuff. But
You
when
mean
it's
not 120 feet?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Why?
So Jeff and I, we actually went out.
We
right when we
tried.
right when we first started, which was in the middle of winter. We went out. It was like mid to late Feb, and we were like, we're gonna go to this gigantic lake that we know has lake trout. And I get up there, I don't know, 6 hours before Jeff. I had checked the weather. Everything looked fine. Absolute abject lie. It was 16 to 18 mile per hour winds, steady from the second I got there, and the temp, without wind chill or any of that BS, was I think like the standard temp was like 10, which means I mean I was getting wrecked. Like Jeff rolled up. I'd been there for like 4 or 5 hours. I was in my full Carhartt like suit, and I had like my back to the wind, and I had about 7 beers because I was just like, there's no way.
Everything about this.
I didn't have a shelter at the time. I didn't have any electric auger. I was using like all hand power, and I had a bucket and a sled, and my sled was blowing away from me.
Yeah,
and
even though it weighed 400 pounds. This was the first time that you could see Paul's mustache because it was just boogers and snow.
Brutal. Yeah, we didn't catch any Lakers. We did not catch any Lakers. Shockingly enough.
Guess what, guys? We didn't do it. No, we literally. The only thing we caught was one of Paul's beer cans blew away like in a tornado, and he like ran after it. And unfortunately, we didn't film this, but it would have made a great TikTok or Instagram reel. So I'm a little upset about it.
If you want to see perfect form tackling, I broke back into like my college years. Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna double A take down this can into oblivion. I legitimately full sprint in like a full like snowsuit. Took down a Bud Light can like it was nothing.
I would like to, I would just like to shout out an amazing moment that just occurred here. Devo's Fishing has joined the Snorlax crew. Hold the phones. What are you doing, Devo? We appreciate you so much.
Get out of there.
I literally said I will send you a shirt no matter what, and the guy is so freaking awesome that he just joins the crew anyways. So yeah, you know what? Appreciate you, man.
Send them 2. That's ridiculous.
Now I'm gonna send you 100 shirts.
He just wants to watch the B-roll so he can watch us like cuss ourselves out like all day.
I need access to the B-roll. Oh my gosh! And One Rod John upgrading to Snorlax. All right.
This is unbelievably cool. I've never been more flattered in my whole life.
I would just like to call out because Noelle here thinks that she's bad luck.
For electronics, maybe.
For this show, you've been fantastically good luck. So thank you so much for making this show awesome right now.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad.
All right, so I've been hijacking Paul's show notes, so I'm gonna let Paul do what Paul normally does and actually use his show notes.
I do have the show. I have a question for you that's non-YouTube and non-Instagram or anything. Really, actually, I have one more question on your TikTok. I do. Will you, kind of as you start to get established, start pulling in some of the other things that you like to do, such as you talked about beauty, which it sounds like you're still sort of into, and then you're obviously still going to massage therapy school. Are you going to start bringing in some of that?
I would like to, because as you know, especially ice fishing, we all hunch over a little hole like all day long looking for them bass, and they don't come all the time, and our backs hurt. So it would be cool to like kind of talk a little bit about like, hey, if you've been doing this and you have this kind of problem, here are a few things that you can do. Have your wife or your husband or your friend, whatever, press into these parts of your back. I don't know. Just kind of like go along those things. But I also would like to shed light on a lot of things, because for me, I've been in the beauty industry. However, what a lot of people don't see is what I do behind the scenes. So I'm a master esthetician, oncology trained. So I work with a lot of cancer patients or people in remission, and I help them with their skincare and like even help them with makeup. I mean, they don't have eyelashes anymore. They don't have hair. They don't have brows. Like, this is like one of the hardest things. This is the hardest thing they probably have ever gone through, unfortunately. So I want to really bring in some fun things along those lines that like either like a how-to or bring my video and footage along with me to events and things that I'm a part of so that like hey, like breast cancer awareness month, like donate to like this company or whatever, like help out because a lot of this stuff like doesn't get enough light shown on it. So that's like the goal. And then two, with my massage therapy, is not for spa. I want to continue growing in the oncology or cancer portion of it, but my boyfriend's dad is a paraplegic, so I'm going to learn how to work on paralyzed people. He is in the military, so I want to learn how to work on wounded war veterans. And then I want to even help like with disability or other disabled people as well. So if I can bring and shine light on some of the stuff that's going on and promote it and do good with what I'm doing and like I don't want to be famous. Like that's not what I'm looking for. If it happens, great. All like awesome, but I want to use my voice for good and be real. Like life's hard, man. And if I can just touch somebody's life, one person's life, then I feel like I did my job out of my entire life. So that's my goal. And if I can put that on my channel, that'd be sick.
Well, you can definitely put that on your channel, and wow, that is amazing. I'm so stoked to hear that. I love that because I love anytime a channel is doing stuff like that for good. So like our goal is to move into that realm as well. So we're totally 100% with you. And like if you have an event like that and you want to share it, like let's get some some YouTubers together that want to do good with that, because we'd be on board to support that as well. We've worked with our friends over at Autism Anglers. Our guy Don over there is fantastic. We met him at ICAST actually recently. So and some of the guys in here like Creek Crawler are familiar with them, and some of the guys over at Nico Baits, like it's been an awesome experience. My daughter has autism. We did a show with them. We did the 6-gill rods. They just did like a special run of 6-gill combos for that. So I think that's awesome. There's so many different amazing causes, and that's so cool that that's close to you. That and like I had no idea with the makeup thing. Wow, that is. Yeah, nobody's thinking that when you're like, I do makeup. They're like, oh, okay, cool. You're all about making yourself look pretty. Yeah, exactly.
You're like,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah,
come,
but seriously.
yeah, but actually I do this, and then they're just like, oh, I'm a terrible person. Okay, cool. Like, that is, oh my gosh, that's so freaking cool. That's cool.
I'm really glad I could talk about it because I have not published almost any of this on any of my Instagram really at all.
Me
Because
too.
it's just like something that I do, and it's not like, oh, look at me, look how good I am and how I'm helping the world. Like, oh, great, you're a superhero. No, like, I don't want like necessarily be publicized for all the things that I do. For me, it's about the people I'm helping. And if I get satisfaction from it, that's a bonus for me. But a lot of days, it's very, very, very hard, and it's very tolling, and you have to learn how, when you can cry with someone, when you can't. Like, there's so much. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're making it about them, not about you, then it's the right thing. So like, if you can bring light to it, if you can shed light on an organization that's raising money for that cause, then that's awesome. If you're just like, look what I'm doing, yeah, obviously that's morally corrupt a little bit. Kind of weird. I hate when people do that. But yeah, I think you're going into it with the exact right mindset and with like, good in your heart going towards it. So 100% do that. Yeah, I mean, any time you have an opportunity like that, that's huge. And like, with social media, like you can really support those causes. So no, that'd be good.
Well, one thing you have the opportunity to do that people don't take advantage of is you have like, a higher level of creativity, and you have the drive to make your own YouTube channel, and you are starting to recognize some things that are important to you. And what you're going to be able to do that other people aren't is you're going to be able to tell that story in a compelling way. So while on one hand, you're not like, look at me, you want to make it extremely compelling because that's what's going to draw people's attention to whatever it is that you're trying to talk about. So you are going to be positioned in a place so you can say, I am able to make compelling content that people like are into consuming and like want to continue to like watch and be, you know, affected by. And then at the same time, I can make it about this message that's really important to me. And then when you put them together, right, that's when you're doing something that becomes impactful, which it sounds like is something that you're all about. So I think you're talking about like, you know, maybe I can put it on my YouTube channel, and Jeff kind of like jokingly was like, you can, and he means like, no. You have a YouTube channel. Like you can put whatever video you want on there, and
it's your channel, dude.
People get weird about like, no, my Instagram is about fishing. Like I'm not gonna do that. Like, dude, I put random stuff on my Instagram all the time. Like, if I'm like making dinner,
working out, yard work.
Yeah, that's new reel. Oh, I trimmed up my lawn last week. Is coming over. Like that went in there. Like I don't care. And you know what? Like. You will actually find that you are going to probably see a bump like in your viewership, because you're going to be drawing in different people, and you have to be intentional about it. You can't like do anything willy-nilly with social media these days. Like the algorithm like will not allow you, but you if it's something that you care about and it's something that you can like do even with relative consistency, and you are going to be able to make it compelling, you can be extremely successful doing it, and you're going to be like the only person who has like the fishing / beauty / like I really care about this cause channel, and that is a great place to be, honestly. So I would agree with Jeff, and I would say you should absolutely do that. It's not a question of can you do it, it's like, when are we going to see the video?
Yeah, when's the video? I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon. You'll see. But that's the thing, is that I have a lot of people that come to me and they're like, oh, you got to pick one. You can't be good at everything. And it's like, well, my entire life is I do a lot of really different things that I want to also throw on there. Like I play the accordion. Like I was third in New England. Like that is weird. It's super weird. I was super young in my 80s.
But do you have it with you right now?
Yeah, can we get a solo?
No. Not right now. But you will see it hopefully online.
I want to see it on our show. I want dibs on that.
Okay, well, you know what?
Podcast. I feel like you owe us.
Okay, so second podcast you go on is us again, and it's next week. I'm just kidding.
And if any single person in the chat says anything other than "that's a certified banger," you will get banned. I don't care.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be
banned. Hashtag what is it? The like nerd nerds.
Nedrig
nerds. Hashtag Nedrig nerds, and I'll bring out my accordion. We'll start a band.
Oh my gosh, the Nedrig nerd band! I freaking love this. Actually, so this is a funny segue. Cody Brink a little bit ago asked if you've fished the Nedrig. So you have? Of course. Okay, great answer. Fantastic.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, every drop. It's between. So if there's like a drop, it's rocky. Okay, I am either throwing one of the Guggen Squad, the rattling Neds.
Yeah,
love those. Those are honestly have come to a point where that is really all I throw if I'm gonna throw a Ned rig, or it's gonna be like a little orangey looking craw. I honestly catch a lot of trout on the little craw, which is kind of weird. But I have done well with that. Rainbow trout specifically, they just really like it. I don't know. Or it's the drop shot. Those are the two that I'm throwing on like a little cliff. I really like those two.
We may have a cheat code for you. We have a way that you could, without doing anything differently except for this one thing, catch all of the fish that you've ever seen.
Every single fish. Ever. There's two ways you can do it. Number one, if you haven't heard of it, you could use the little known color from Z-Man. It's called Coppertruce. It is the only color. They will tell you there are 18 colors of their Ned rigs. They're lying. There's only one, and it's Coppertruce. And you should definitely throw that on your Ned rigs. And then number two is you can just drop shot and Ned rig at the same time, and that's called the drop dead net. So you literally have your 6 cents drop shot hook up top, and then down low, you've got a Ned rig instead of a drop shot weight.
Ooh.
And you catch all this.
Ooh. We're going to have to try that one. That's going to be on my rigging with Roth.
Rigging with Roth, yeah. Wait,
I've never done this before.
Wasn't it, we heard about that
It was Todd Grubb that told me to do it.
About it.
Grubb's never like
out on me then.
That's what I was gonna say.
You thought you were friends. You thought you were friends. He's not your friend, and you need to tell him that. You're like, you've been outed. Like you have been outed.
I don't know. I might have trust issues now.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'd be literally looking for his number, like delete. How do I delete a number?
No.
Tell him,
This,
hello.
yeah. This is, come on now. This is your first
Come
YouTube
on
drama. This is your first YouTube drama.
Oh,
so,
that's genius.
what you gonna do is you go post
Confronted
videos
my best friend.
confronting my best friend. You didn't tell me about the drop dead Ned.
Excuse me. Rude.
Bro, do it.
It's a 5-second video. You're just like, excuse me. Rude.
Excuse me.
End of video.
I'm watching that video.
I would watch it 1,000 times. Oh, is my dad in chat? Hey dad, what's up? Sometimes my dad pops into chat. We were just at my dad's house this weekend, and my daughter I was talking about earlier, my daughter with autism, found out that she loves drums. So my dad has a sick electronic drum kit, and she literally would not. I couldn't get her out. He has a music room, first of all, because he's an empty nester now. So that's what empty nesters do. So he has 47 guitars. And he has all these drums and stuff. It's seriously like the coolest room ever. But he knows what it is. So the kids are out of the house, so you get to have a music room. It was like my stepbrother and my old room that he converted to a music room. So anyways, he's got this Alesis like sick electronic drum kit, and I could not get Olivia off this kit. She would just pop with her. Feet don't even touch the ground. She can't even hit the bass drum. She can't even hit the kick pedals, but she's just like just freaking blazing the drums. It was awesome. It was fantastic. So I appreciate him for letting my children play with your thousands and thousands of dollars of musical equipment.
Good dad. What a grandpa.
Thanks, Dad.
That's a good grandpa.
That's a good grandpa, you know? He didn't like freak out.
Drum grandpa hits different. I like that.
Right? Dude, he's got some stuff in that room.
Yeah,
It is ridiculous.
So I have another question. I just realized. So you were definitely also into motorcycles as like on the spectrum of like things that you're interested in, correct?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I grew up on the back of my dad's bike. He had a Road King.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah. Like what, 2003, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This thing was my like life and soul. Like I would be that kid on the back, like, oh, going down the road.
Yeah.
Like it was like the best thing. Like Titanic
awesome.
scene, but on the back of the bike. Like that was me. That was my safe haven. That was the
That's
best.
so
Anytime
cool.
I had a bad day, I'd be like, Dad,
Hell,
I want to ride.
you'd be like, yeah, get on, and then we go. It's
That's
amazing. And it's really like important to me too, because when I was in 3rd grade, my dad got in a really bad bike accident. But thankfully his helmet and a piece on his bike saved his life. And he was up in Americade, New York, during that whole bike week up there. And we were all like freaking out, like, this is crazy. He had to get, like, his whole left side was completely road burned, ate right through his clothes, all the way through. His helmet, the whole side of it was like all destroyed. But he like was totally fine. He got up, walked away, got back on the bike, and drove himself to the hospital.
Oh my.
Like, badass.
yeah,
What?
much seriously.
So, safety is incredibly important in our family, and that's why my dad kind of held off on me from once I got my driver's license. I was like, Dad, I gotta go to Harley Davidson. I gotta get my license. He was like, no, and it wasn't until I was like 22 that I finally went and got my license. It was like 21 or 22, and my mom, sister, and I all did it together as a family thing. Super
Nice.
fun. Yeah, and it's cool because so the helmet that he had, and this will tie into one more thing that I do. I'm into archery, so the helmet he had was like a carbon fiber. So his whole helmet, that's what it looked like. My
Yeah.
entire bow it's the Bowtech Carbon Icon.
Yep.
So I have the exact same pattern as what the helmet was that saved his life. So instead of camo, I went with that.
I'll allow it.
Fair choice.
Yeah. And then I have a bike. It's a 2016 Harley Davidson. It's a super low. It's this 883 Sportster, super low. We're low.
And it's white, right?
And so the tank is white, and then the bottom half of it is like black, and then a nice blue pinstripe around.
It's freaking sweet.
Wow.
My brother just got a bike, a Sportster. He loves it. My
Fun.
dad had a motorcycle, and he got in a pretty bad accident. 2 front teeth gone. And then my grandfather on my mother's side got into a really bad accident, but like it was just his knee that was jacked up. And dude, this is the story. I cannot confirm or deny if it was true. I was not born, but allegedly he went to a drugstore, bought dental floss, and sewed himself back up, and then that was it. And I didn't believe that story until way later in life. He got skin cancer, and they were gonna graft like something on his back, and they normally do like a local anesthetic when they are gonna do this procedure, or they put you under. And he goes, I kid you not, I was in the hospital, I was outside the door, and he goes, "Nah, I'm good." And they're like, "You're not good. Like, you're not gonna be good." Like he just goes, "I'm good," and literally grin and bared it all the way through, and was like, thanks for the superficial surgery. Have a nice day."
What a legend! Oh
What
my
a freak
god!
out. So, moral of the story is, if you want to be the coolest person on earth, if you own a motorcycle, there's a very good chance that you've done something that's superhuman. So you can at least say like, there's a good chance that I'm completely badass if I own a bike.
Yeah, that is two ridiculous bike stories just there.
And the reason I want to bring that up, though, the bike thing, is because that is something that should be on your channel, and that is something you should combine with fishing. Because I don't think I've ever seen anybody in the saddlebag put in like 4 boxes and then like throw in a couple rods and then like headed out to go fishing and then go. I have not seen that.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be rad.
The footage of you just going by the camera with like 2 rods sticking out one of the saddlebags and like a bunch of planos on the other one is more than I can handle.
I want it so
I'm
bad.
gonna do that. Now that you said it, it's gonna have to come to life.
Tag Paul Glass, and if you happen to use a spinnerbait, you can just go ahead and tag me again. No big deal.
Really.
CGP, actually.
CGP, whatever it is.
You know, we just make up a bunch of tags, whatever. Like, we'll figure it out. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. One Rod John, did you just win the Chase Baits giveaway that they just posted? Are you serious right now?
No.
He just said, yeah, he said he would share the screenshot if he could. You can't do that in chat, but yeah, apparently he won the giveaway. That's insane. $600 in Chase Baits. Good job, bro.
Right on.
Nice work. That's so awesome.
Jeff, should we hit the lightning round and do the giveaway?
I don't know. Do you think the chat deserves a giveaway right now? I think they do. You guys have been so awesome. You're so cool.
You've been great.
Yeah, we have been crushing time like it's a construct, which it is.
Yeah,
so here's the deal. We're going to do a $25 giveaway for MONSTERBASS.com. It is good for everything except for the subscription bag, but guess what? Don't worry. They have tons and tons of apparel, like what Paul is wearing, like what Noelle is wearing right there. You can get some hats. You can get some Burly hats. I don't know if you want. There's
this shirt is actually sweet.
That shirt's sweet.
I'm a big fan.
So that's the Whataburger but flipped. Yeah.
Actually,
and then
this one's new too. I just got this one from Rick. Like,
is that the sun shirt one?
Today. No, this is like the off tee, but it's
I ordered that one. Well, Rafi ordered it.
These are
So
sick.
I get it. At least I requested it.
These are dope. I like this one a lot.
Yeah. They got sweet hats. They got all sorts of stuff. And guess what? They got tons and tons of baits. So here's the deal. In order to win, all you got to do is, you already know. You guys are so smart. You just type literally anything into the chat window. So you can chat. You can do Snorlax emojis. I appreciate everybody doing that. You members are fantastic. Chaz, you just said it. So anyways,
let's go.
Just chat anything, and then Chaz is going to choose a random winner very soon. But we're gonna do a lightning round with Noelle.
While you guys are chatting to get your entry in, we're gonna do a quick lightning round.
Yeah, it's gotta be very fast.
I'm gonna say this now. If you win, someone's going to win. When someone wins, we are gonna say your handle. You are going to type in your email address into the chat window and push enter. No one will be able to see it except for us, and Jeff won't touch the keyboard and accidentally show it to everybody ever again, including now.
Only one time, man.
And they'll never, that's always part of the instructions. Don't forget. No one will ever see it except for us, and we will email you that $25 gift card. So please be about it. Keep your eyes peeled if you are the winner. Listen for your name, and then type your email address to the chat window. So with that, we're going to hit the lightning round. These are easy questions. They're just fun questions. So actually, I forgot to put one on here, and I'm going to mentally add it. I ask everyone this question. if you wear like a fishing shirt, like a sun shirt, you know, like a long sleeve, like I'm gonna be an all day fishing shirt, do you prefer to have the hood on the shirt or no hood on the shirt? Think about your answer carefully.
No hood.
Oh,
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair because she has long hair. Like that's different.
Long hair people can wear hoods.
No, I look good in a hood. Let's say that. But no, I don't like the hood. I don't wear the hood.
No.
Oh, weird. She has the right answer.
This is, to be fair, the first guest in a while.
Not true. Not true.
Yeah, it is. This is true.
I don't mind it though. It's not like in the way. It's just I don't really wear hoods.
You'd prefer
Sure.
to not have the hood like a normal
Because
human.
you have
Great
long
answer.
hair.
You know, because I like wearing it under sweatshirts and stuff, okay? Or I'll put layers and things under it. Nobody likes when you put a sweatshirt on and the little hood is like in the hood.
You get it.
First of all, the double hood is a Midwest.
Jeff finally gets someone.
Double hood is a Midwest staple.
Trash. Jeff finally gets another guest that's like, this is in the no hood, and he's like, no, you really love hoods. Get out of here.
First of all, I hear what you're saying, but what you're actually saying is that you love hoods.
Stop it. Good answer. Great answer. Great answer,
Fair,
Noelle.
fair,
Love it. Favorite gas station purchase? This can be a beverage. This can be a snack. This could be a dinner item. It could be a dessert item. What's your favorite gas station choice?
Easy. Watermelon Sour Patch Kids.
Yes. Yes. That is a jam. That is a vibe.
That is a
I love
vibe.
it.
I feel like that actually could be your food that you sneak into the movie theater answer as well.
Yeah.
That's good. I love it. Flip side of that coin, most regrettable gas station purchase that you've ever made.
Actually, it was one of those Starbucks like Frappuccino drinks.
What? Really?
Not a fan.
What?
I did not feel good.
Didn't feel
That's normal.
particularly.
There was a few more gas station visits after that visit on the road. I did not enjoy it.
It's a process. It's part of the process.
Yeah, my body processed it. Let's put it that way.
No,
That's the point.
there was business that needed to be handled.
Business was attended to. I got it.
And Starbucks did not agree that day.
Dude, noted. More Mr. Guards. I actually will jump on those occasionally. Like the ones in the glass bottle, right?
Yeah, the cute little, I was like, oh, this is so fancy. I don't drink coffee either. So that's what was funny. I was like, I'm so tired. I don't want a Monster. I don't want a Red Bull. I don't want a Bang. I could go for one of these. Never again. I'm like, mm-mm.
That's funny.
Mm-mm.
We all make mistakes.
Jeff, do you have one? Because I actually know mine.
You know yours?
Yeah, I do know mine.
My most regrettable gas station purchase.
Singular event.
I would say, oh man, that's a tough one. Maybe
I'll go while you're thinking.
Yeah.
The the double egg and bacon sandwich from Speedway, and also one time I was super hungover and I bought the donuts from Speedway, like the donut holes. That was a horrific decision. That instantly made me want to throw up. I ate one, and I will eat pretty much anything. I am a dumpster.
True.
And I ate one of those, and I was like, and I thought it was gonna be like the reverse. I was like, this will be the kryptonite to my hangover. It was the kryptonite to me. It was not good. It was horrific.
100%. My dad literally just said Red Stag, and I was trying to think of boozes I only buy at gas stations, and the answer to me is blackberry brandy, and it was
That's never a bad decision. Arrow.
It actually isn't, but it is a bad decision. If you like your teeth, you know it's a bad decision. Like if you want to keep them in your mouth, like in your gums, if you want to keep them there, don't get blackberry brandy. Like just saying.
Funny. All right, we're going back to lightning. Flip-flops or Crocs?
Yeah, both, but flip-flops. I fish barefoot.
Oh,
You're
Chaz.
on Chaz's side. No. No.
Oh
Hey
man.
guys, I have
It finally
Crocs.
happened.
I enjoy them.
Yeah.
However, right now I bought those Birkenstocks. Look so weird on me. I have skinny feet. They look like I have extensions, like they're planks. Like they make my feet look like planks, and I'm like, it's not cute.
I have toe extensions.
Yeah.
Toe extensions. No.
Yeah, it's cute. They're really cute. Same thing with moccasins. If I wear moccasins with like skinny jeans, it's like, and I just
I
look
got you.
so weird, and it just
Yeah.
doesn't work. But I got the Birkenstocks, the rubber ones. I actually
Oh.
like them. They're incredibly comfortable, and they're like the Croc material, but they're
Yes.
technically a flip-flop.
I have
Interesting.
heard that Croc flip-flops are like on another level of even from flip-flops. I'm actually thinking like my Crocs are about to die. I might
They're dead.
I might yeah, my Crocs are horrific.
They've been dead for years.
I
You've been
might-
wearing carcasses. You're calling Crocs.
My crocuses are about
Just
to go.
two ghosts, just two whispers of an existence.
It's just two souls.
No souls, they're dead.
It's a Croc anklet.
It's like regular mode, and then there's sport mode, but really it's just like driving a broken down old school Chevy. Just
Pretty
like,
much. That's what I was.
100%. He's like,
I
only
might-
I can wear these. Nobody gets them.
So I might actually go for the Croc flip flop, and that may be the thing that like consumes me. But then I don't know when I'm going to cut grass in, so I got a lot of things I got to work out.
I have changed gears to the hey dude. These are so fantastic.
It's an indoor
No.
Yeah.
Shush.
You can hike in those, you
Like
can
a
bike in those,
like
you
a
can run on those. They're for everything. They're washable. Throw them in the laundry machine.
Exactly.
Alright.
Like socks.
Those
I'm on
reminds
board.
me
I am-
Of like
I'm
the
switching
boat
sides.
shoes that all my frat
Berries.
brothers used to wear.
Sperry's? Yeah,
Thank you,
they're
Roth.
They're like Sperry's, but they're
But-
way more comfortable because they're cork.
yeah. These are amazing, and they're also not too expensive, and they survived Orlando somehow. I walked straight through a hedge, like it's not a pathway, and
You were
wearing
dragged
these.
through this.
Off-roading those things.
You were dragged through the street.
I was dragged through the street with these on, and they survived.
welcome.
So they're fantastic. Thanks, Paul.
Are we trying to blast through the next ones?
Yes.
Horror movies, yes or no?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
absolutely yes.
okay. So what's
Yes.
like your
I love them.
what's like your favorite? Like what's like a go-to horror movie?
Classic Insidious.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a good one.
Old school classic Insidious. I used to have the poster. I went to this like thing called Monsterpalooza out in California when I was deciding if I was going to movie makeup or into the spa world.
Ooh.
And they were selling in posters because obviously it's all about horror movies, the whole
Yeah,
thing. That's what horror movie makeup is. I would do like all the crazy cuts and the crazy blood, all that.
Yeah.
And so I got the poster and I used to keep it on my wall. I live, eat, and breathe Insidious, all of them, the whole series.
dang.
I love it. I love it.
I hate
Ha,
that.
ha.
I hate that, but good for you. Okay, would you rather have a free, like very nice John boat, like an aluminum John boat, but it came with a motor and like it had a console and had all the cool things, like anything that you would want in a John boat tricked out, but it's a John boat. Would you rather have that, or would you rather have half off, but it's like a sleek Lamborghini like bass boat, like a $200,000 Ranger or whatever? Like
It's
but you-
only 100,000 now.
Exactly, but it's like super. It's still super expensive, but it's like half off. Would you get the John boat
50%.
tricked out for free? Which route are you going?
I want a bass boat so bad, but I don't have money, and I want money so bad. So I'd have to say the John boat. Realistically, the John boat.
Yeah,
Not realistically.
fair.
Not
Not
realistically.
realistically, no.
Literally.
I'm going with, like, who would pass up a Lamborghini? Are you kidding? Like,
Yeah.
Tricked
You
out
would,
John
you
boat.
would, you would,
Yeah.
you would pass that up.
Yeah, I would. I keep the
no
money.
way.
I'm assuming that I get to
He's
keep the
lying.
money. I'm assuming that I get to keep the money, and I'm also assuming that I'm gonna get like other toys with that money, like 'cause it's a ton of money. So if I get like a
So you're
very cool,
suggesting
Yeah.
that the 100,000 you were going to spend on the Lamborghini you just have when you get a John boat in this
You
hypothetical.
think you're gonna have with that $100,000?
it's like I got 100K. It's like I got 100K to burn. Am I gonna burn it on this like super fancy boat, or am I gonna like keep it for like other stuff? Yeah, I'm totally taking the free boat.
Well, are you gonna make your followers happy, or are you just trying to make you
Yeah.
happy?
We kite fish. Those nerds don't give a shit.
They literally only give a shit.
Do you really care about yourself or your viewers? Let's be real.
Yeah, I'm super authentic to the point where I don't.
Bro, you're not being authentic.
Exactly.
You're staged like our TikToks.
Yeah, I'm watching my power count just literally nosedives. That's hilarious.
Yeah, your 2,700 followers now went down to like maybe 3.5. Sorry.
Yeah, this is my mom. Like, I love you.
No, it's your father-in-law.
And then she unfollows the next day. Like, your Instagram.
She's like, just kidding, you're a nerd. All opinions expressed by Paul are purely Paul's opinions and not mine. So don't unfollow me, only unfollow him. All right, cool.
They'll never figure me out. I'll change my name to Camera Guy Paul. Like, that camera guy is really cool, but that Paul _guy is a garbage.
Paul_J_loser.
New name idea. Got it.
Great idea.
All right, last one. And I think we all, Jeff's. I think you enjoy working out. I think I've seen some of that stuff on your page.
Mm-hmm.
Most embarrassing song on your workout playlist. I'll do mine as well.
It's probably you know, do you know that old song like Bulletproof by like Lay Rex or Lay something?
Oh yeah.
It's like, this time baby I'll be you know, bullet.
Wow. If anybody, first of all, in your defense, if anybody doesn't head bob to that, they're lying. They're
Nobody
lying.
hears it anymore.
Everybody who, but if you heard it right now, tell me you wouldn't be like, all right.
It's usually the first song that comes on.
Yeah, that's
actually
yeah,
when I
that's the one.
it literally is, I think, the first thing on my playlist.
Awesome.
Good
I love
answer.
it.
Jeff, do you have one?
I do. I gotta tell you guys, I'm gonna give you a station right now. So when I work out, my gym's in my basement, and it's I have a speaker down here, and I will literally go to Amazon Music, and my station of choice on Amazon Music is Cardi B, and I gotta tell you, I ain't ashamed. It is a banger of a playlist. And
What song?
by chance, and it just so happens that like half the time when you start Cardi B's station, what song do you think comes up? There's one. It's WAP.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm like just freaking like max out strict pressing, just like it's a WAP. That's a WAP. I'm not ashamed of that at all.
You're like, yeah.
That is a WAP.
That was a
That's hilarious.
Dude,
That's amazing. I would more expect that from like me, like a female. Honestly.
So, Cardi B gets me going. I don't know.
Absolutely. I definitely have some Megan Thee Stallion on my playlist for sure. But the one that I'm probably the most embarrassed about is the Fetty Wap Trap Queen. And I get hyped up when that song comes on, and I do not care. It's like, hey, gonna do that. Yes, every single time. And I do not care who knows it. I will legit.
Wow.
I'm ready. Let's roll.
We just went to another place here, you guys. We all got really vulnerable with you. We've connected.
We like to bare the souls, man. Bare the souls. Well, that was my last one. We are at like almost 2 hours, or like an hour 45.
Oh man, we are crushing it.
People get so upset because the giveaway's at the end. So I think
we've been having them chat for like 48 minutes. So Chaz.
Lightning round was like really long. It wasn't
It's
lightning.
always
really
long.
Thunder.
Yeah, it's like a rolling thunder round. Yeah, for sure.
It's like lightning, but it's 10 miles away, so it just takes like a long
You
time.
hear the thunder and you wait for the lightning. You're like,
It's like lightning on the
around.
It's like lightning on the sun. It takes you like 6 weeks to get to your face.
You know, it's a solar flare. It takes time. All right, give me a break. Chaz, who's the winner? Patrick. Wait, your handle is just. Wait, is it just Patrick or is it Patrick?
His name's Ricky, but his handle is Patrick.
That's my father's name. My father was Patrick. I go by Ricky.
Great name, I'm Ricky, but yeah. Patrick.
So, Patrick.
Where
you at, dude?
We're looking to see you.
I just don't believe that someone's handle is Patrick. I just don't believe it.
Yes, Yes, you.
It's
Patrick, yes,
me.
you. Like, he goes me with like 7 question marks. Yeah,
Who,
bro.
who just changed their handle so fast? Like,
Sports freak. That's who did it. He's the only one who knows how to do it fast enough.
no, he commented right above. So, Patrick,
how fast
is
he's
it
doing.
me? You're the only one named Patrick, so I believe it is you, sir. So,
Wow.
if it is you, please type in your email. My hands are up here,
Patrick,
so
if
you
you're-
can tell that I'm not sharing your email. Please type in your email, and Chaz will send that over to me, and I will send you a $25 MonsterBass.com gift card within 3 to 5 business days. He did it. He followed the rules. Dude, first of all, we're batting 1,000 on this. I just want to brag about that a little bit. And the time that I did touch it, because Fish in the Southeast won that one time, and he still got it. You know, he had to delete his emails and change his name and move to a different state, but that's not my fault. So,
Custody, like whatever.
things happen, all right, Chaz?
All right.
Anyways,
Thank you,
Patrick,
for sending your email.
congrats. Yeah, thank you so much. Congrats on the win. Like I said, I'm gonna get you that gift card as soon as I get it. I get it from my boys at Monster Bass, and they like take their time sometimes. So you might get it tomorrow. You might get it Monday. Might I suggest a nice Burly fishing hat and or fancy shirt? Thank you, sir. All right, Noelle, I want to thank you for being a fantastic guest, and oh my gosh, this has been a really fun episode, you guys. This has been really fun. So where can people find you? Because I believe I was watching them literally go like, you're 151st subscriber,
you just got some
152.
subs.
Yeah, you got some subs. I was watching them posting it in chat. So for those that haven't yet followed you, tell us all the places we can find you.
Okay, so it's super easy. You're not even gonna believe it. It's at Noelle Roth on Instagram.
No way.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's at Noelle Roth, but it's not Noel, it's Noelle. Okay? ROTH. Very easy. On TikTok, it's the same thing, but there's an underscore between my first and last name, so it's Noelle _Roth.
Got it.
And then on YouTube, it's like youtube.com/ whatever it is. It's youtube.com/ Noelle Roth. If you type in Noelle Roth, there's one other. There's another Noelle Roth, and her and I are going to have words.
Oh no.
Yeah,
We'll
everyone
put it in chat for you,
can see
yeah.
this. But this is for the folks who are listening to the podcast. I will also put all of your channels in the description when we post the show, so don't worry about it. We got you back.
We got you. But also this other Noelle Roth. Tell us about her.
Tell me more, because
What does she do?
I'm ready to fight.
I think dances. She might sing. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I've seen her. I've been watching myself creep up over her channel a little bit every week. So hopefully I just like go over her. But she seems very nice. So I won't say anything. I don't know who she
in a lot
is.
of trouble. So
She's cute, but we're gonna throw some hands if you don't underneath me.
I will
So-
shoot you with my carbon fiber bow.
Yeah, you're gonna roll by her house on your bike, standing up with fishing rods in the back while drawing the bow. So I think that's a good intimidation factor. Maybe if you get a pic of that, you send it over to her and you say like, "Hey,
Idea. Shoot a
change
note into her window, like of her bedroom, like while she's getting into bed, and have it like shoot
with a
right
note
there,
on it."
like turn off your YouTube channel.
Turn off. Change your name because I'm the first Noelle. Okay.
Flap,
Oh,
change your
Sports
dive.
Freak. Sports Freak just changed his name to The Real Patrick. Oh my god.
What a freaking legend!
Sick.
Wow.
God,
Wow.
what an absolute legend.
You know what? What a wonderful way to end an episode. You all are fantastic. Thank you so much for making this freaking 1, hilarious, 2, a blast. You guys are awesome. And 3, obviously a big sign that this is an amazing community. A great reminder that this is an amazing community. And if you guys don't, go follow Noelle Roth. She's gonna drive by your house with
Not the
a bow and
dancer
arrow.
one.
No,
The
not,
awesome one.
she's first of all, her YouTube channel's gone already.
Who?
Who?
Never heard of her.
Deleted. Never.
Noelle
heard of her.
who?
Exactly. All right, so y'all go follow her right now. She's awesome. She's doing awesome things. right meow, right meow. Like, how many times can you say meow? Like, I think 7 was the record, right, Paul? And something around there. So we're going to work on that. But you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all the things, and go check us out on all the other apps that we are on. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the things. Look, Chaz is spamming it right meow. So you just spammed our channel like 48 times.
I'm gonna block you.
I'm gonna block Chaz. Chaz, are you one of those bots? Like, what's going on here? All right, you guys. And Chaz says that's like half of his career is just being a bot, like getting paid to be a bot. All right, this is too much. You know what? You guys are awesome. Love you so much. We'll see you next Thursday. We should have Boat on here, the guy that invented the Lono arrow from Boat. So if you guys want to learn more about those amazing products, come tune in next week. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Chaz, take us out.
Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall, and I found a way to reconcile, 'cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I deserve to say I'm sorry, so lie. Pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Life kept spitting at my feet and forced me down a dead-end street, when all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains.